And tell us about that you are starting the Beatbox Championships of the United States and Canada. Give us a lot of info regarding that.
Word.
So we all know, for all the beatboxers out there that want to compete.
Well, I'm one of the co-founders of the World Beatbox Association with Kenny Muhammad and my man Jim Wild, who owns HumanBeatbox.com. We are producing the first American Beatbox Championships as well as the first Canadian Beatbox Championships that will be taking place later this summer. You can go to worldbeatboxassociation.com, or you can go to AmericanBeatboxChampionships.com or CanadianBeatboxChampionships.com, and you can find out more information about how to compete, how to register. The American Beatbox Championships is already underway. What we did was, we wanted everyone to get an opportunity to compete. So what we did was we had video battles online. So there was a criteria. So it wasn't just like the 8 Mile style, one versus the other. We wanted to see how creative could you get. How much do you think about your art as a musician? Because at the core, you're really a musician. So we've got a lot of I think it was like 60 people registered, and through the battles that kept going, they just dropped off till now in the American Championships we're down to the top 8, and they're sick, they're absolutely ridiculous. And so they're going to go toe-to-toe, head-to-head in Brooklyn on July 31st as part of the 6th International Human Beatbox Convention. We're encouraging everybody to come down. We're already getting people traveling in. It's really going to be a festival of beatboxers from all over the world that are going to come to take part and witness something that's really historic for our art form. As the beatbox is blown up overseas. You got championships in countries all over the world, and now it's time for the American and the Canadian champions, because America is where beatbox was born, as we know it. Beatbox started in New York City, and so this is our time to show that American beatbox is not just the founders. We're alive and we're well. We got when you go on our YouTube page, you look up American Beatbox Championships through YouTube, you'll see like almost over hundreds of videos of these beatboxers competing, and they're it's ridiculous. You should definitely go check it out. AmericanBeatboxChampionships.com.
And also tell us, what does it feel like to rock sets with Eternia, one of Canada's finest female MC lyricists?
Yeah, I mean, when I think, Eternia and I go back, I've been rocking stages with Eternia for almost half a decade now. It's like, it's funny because when people say, that she's one of the dopest, female MCs, I take a step back and I say, she's just one of the dopest MCs. You know what I mean? Like what I love about her work is there's no facade, there's no image. You know what I mean? It's just she rhymes about life. You know what I mean? She puts her life in her work, and when it comes to rocking the stage, she's a perfectionist. And so we had a really nice marriage of performances, of ideology when it comes to rocking the stage. It just meshed well together till now. It's almost like when we're rocking that stage together, we are in unison. We are as one. We are sending out vibrations that get the crowd lit up. And so it's always been a pleasure. I cannot imagine not rocking. It was funny because when we first started communicating with each other, we would hear each other. We'd be like, yeah, we should rock. But, it just wasn't coming together. And I was like, you know what? If we don't rock now, we're going to be sitting here 30 years from now at some hip-hop reunion. You know what I mean? Going, yo, we should have, could have, would have. You know what I mean? And instead of being like we could have, should have, would have, we got together. We started just rocking and killing shows. And I think it was through us performing together that we make each other better. You know what I mean? Like, she makes me better, I make her better in terms of like rocking the live shows, and that was really obvious to both of us. So now it's like we have routines that people expect to hear. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy. But she's definitely my favorite MC to, you know, to rock with, just because the chemistry has been developed over such a long period of time that, you know, it's almost like we're in perfect synergy with each other, you know. And there's that relationship between the beatboxer and the MC that I think sometimes beatboxers forget about, you know. As the beatbox has blown up, you know, beatboxers like, I'm doing my beatbox solo thing, you know. And for me, I'm more interested in what's happening between two creative forces, you know what I mean? I think that what's happening between two people, you know, it's like a band, for example, you know. Like, it's great to hear the guitarist go on a solo, but really, you know, it's all of those people playing together that create that huge sound. You know, it's like, you know, it's like when the DJ is cutting it up there and killing it, you know what I mean? And you know, you got, let's say you got Questlove on the drums and you got Black Thought on the mic. It's that synergy of everything happening together that makes people, you know, lose their mind and really feel like they are in the moment and they are a part of that creation that's happening, that they're a part of that vibration. And I think Eternia and I, you know, were on the cusp of mastering that years ago, and at this point it's like we've mastered it, and it's just the most beautiful thing to do live.
You done any collaborations with any other hip-hop artists?
Hip-hop, yeah, I mean, there's an MC out on the East Coast, and actually just doing it everywhere, named Hassan Salam. If you don't know of Hassan Salam, you definitely need to be Googling Hassan Salam, or look up Hassan Salam on MySpace. That is just a powerful brother. I rock shows with him. I'm doing work on his next album. You know, he's an MC out of Jersey, out of Dirty Jersey, and he's phenomenal, not just in his vocal delivery, but in his words and in the power of his lyrics. He's got an album out called Children of God, which you should definitely go cop or pick up. The Paradise Lost. I do a lot of work with him. Who else am I working with at the moment? I did a lot of work with this group out in Thailand, Titanium. That was actually the first really big record that I did. You know, it was phenomenal. It ended up becoming a hit single out there.
What was the hit single that came out?
The hit single that came out, you couldn't pronounce it. It was in Thailand, but the language. But the name of the album is called Thailand's Most Wanted. You should definitely go check it out. It's me. It's just my beatbox, basically. It's 100% my voice, with these cats just killing a rhyme on it. It's called Dekea, but you wouldn't be able to, I mean, unless you speak, unless you're from Thailand, but the name of the album is called Thailand's Most Wanted. It's on Sony. It was a real big hit out there. MTV Asia Awards, Gold, just it went bananas, and that was like the first recording that I had that blew up. It was just in Asia, and I'm sitting in Brooklyn, you know what I mean? But yeah, that group was really instrumental in like putting me on wax. So definitely shout out to Titanium on that one. In terms of rocking, I'm gonna be rocking with my homegirl soon. Ty Phoenix is gonna get at me. I'm a real big fan of Ty Phoenix. If you don't know Ty Phoenix, you definitely need to be up on her. She's an MC out of Jersey as well. She's also I don't know if I should be saying it, but she's on some remixes with Eternia that's coming out. Really sick remix, and but I also do a lot of work outside of hip hop, and so lately, or I guess over the course of the last year, a lot of my focus has been on branching out into various forms of music. So right now I'm working with this woman, Kate Havnevik, whose album blew up all over that TV show in America we have called Grey's Anatomy. She's just a really, really brilliant vocalist, and so I've really been branching out a little bit more now.
And what inspires you to carry on the element of beatboxing in hip-hop, and what really gives you the drive to push forth with your success of what you are carrying on with, for example, the Beatbox Championships and rocking with people like Kenny Muhammad?
Well, I mean, the thing that really pushes me is like, at this point, having my own beat machine out, you know what I mean, having the gold records, you know, doing, you know, remixes of, you know, platinum singles, and etc. You know, I've beatboxing has been extremely good to me. You know, I think of beatboxing as it's almost like a living energy, you know, a living vibration, you know, a living art form. And so for me, you know, I've been blessed to do a lot, you know what I mean? And I don't like to try to think of things as though, you know, I'm the best or he's the best or whatever, you know. I want to see that next kid become the best. I want to be able to contribute and give the next generation of beatboxers, you know, something to look up to say, you know what, I've got this skill beatboxing. I can beatbox for life. I can beatbox and go anywhere I want to go with it, you know.